All praises to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and peace to everyone joining me on this program. This is the Fountain of Israel's Bible Studies program. And as always, it's an honor for me to stand before you on the Lord's holy Sabbath day. Welcome back, welcome back. But before we get started, let me remind you to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please, by all means, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And while you're down there, smash that notification bell because I do not want you to miss any of our lessons. And if you are so inclined and feel that you are being edified by these lessons and would like to donate, please feel free to check the description box down below. Now, let's go ahead and jump into our lesson. Let's go ahead and deal with this particular lesson. Now, this lesson is actually part of the two-part lesson that I have about show thyself a man, about becoming, coming into manhood, being a biblical man. And when it comes to protecting your seed, that's what this lesson is about. The other one is pursue your purpose, increase your value, put Yah first, those type of things. So that's what the other lessons, a two-part lesson of show thyself a man. But this one is wicked woman or wicked women, modern women. Now, some people will be very sensitive in this lesson, and okay, that's fine, be sensitive. But I make a differentiation of the type of women that I'm talking about. See, I put them in two categories. They're going to be modern women / wicked women, and then there are biblical traditional women. Okay, so I'm just talking about the same thing. I'm just using more modern terms. I'll be using modern examples to explain my point. So again, the Bible talks about wicked women, okay? And today we can all agree that some modern women are wicked. I'm not talking about traditional women. I'm not talking about traditional women who love their husbands, love the Most High, love their children, love their family. I'm not talking about them. This lesson is not about them. But this lesson is for men who want to have the best chance of establishing a legacy for himself, building a family for himself, maybe having a marriage that has a chance of lasting for himself. This lesson is protect your seed, okay? It's under the subtitle of protect your seed. Because, man, it means something. The problem is that we never value our seed. We never value our legacy. When I say that, I'm speaking to our legacy. We don't value our legacy. We don't value the amount of branches that can come out of this tree. And it all starts with the women you select. It starts with the woman who you select to start that family, to give children. That's what this is all about. Look at how the family is right now, particularly in our community. Particularly. I'm just saying what it is. 80% of our children born in single mother homes. Period. Now, we already know the narrative. We know the narrative. The narrative is, men ain't this, men ain't that. Men, they abandon their homes. Men, they don't take care of their families. They run around. The woman is the victim. We get that. We already know the narrative. Now, the numbers don't bear that. The numbers tell us something way different. But we know what the narrative is. But at the end of the day, to the sisters, you pick your man. Now let me pause just for a second. We know biblically that was not how it went. We know that. We do. We know that biblically, see, the traditional women know, okay? The ones who are going to be upset and everything, these are the wicked modern women, right? They're the ones who are going to be upset. That's fine. But biblically, it wasn't like that. We already know that a woman's supposed to be taken care of from the womb to the tomb. We know that a woman's supposed to stay in her father's house until the father finds her a suitable husband and pass her off to the husband. The father was leading, providing, protecting. What should a husband do? Lead, provide, protect. You see the correlation here. That's how it's supposed to be. But guess what? Throughout time, that responsibility, that authority has been taken away. Now a woman can choose whom she wants, and we can love out of romance. And we see the results. I'm just saying what is. What I just explained is an ought, but I'm not making a claim of the ought. I'm saying what is. This is what it is. Women choose whom they lay with. Is that not true? Men choose whom they bend the knee to propose. Right? We can at least agree on that, right? We know how it used to be. I get it. But it's a different breed of woman today. Now, for those who take objections to this particular lesson, go look at the other lessons. Show Thyself a Man, where I'm talking to the men and I'm getting on them, be better men and all that. If this particular lesson triggers you, then you're being completely biased, okay? You're being completely biased and unreasonable. And you're being triggered. Because this lesson, unfortunately, yeah, it focuses a lot on the men, but it's to shed a light. And we know it's a part of the curses, brothers and sisters. It's all a part of it. We're going to look at it over in prophecy. We're going to look at it in prophecy. We're going to look at it in a couple of places. See, here's the thing. You don't want to choose a wicked woman and start your legacy with her. I know the narrative. Mom is above reproach. You can't say anything bad about mom. Dad bad, mom good. We get it. But what do the numbers say? How do modern women, gentlemen, I'm talking to the gentlemen. And now, again, let me make a distinction one more time. I'm not going to do it throughout the entire video because it's going to be annoying. But I'll do my best. What is the marriage rate of women in our community? 1 in 4 ever, correct? What is the deletion rate of the babies in our community? Our babies get deleted the most of all the other ethnic groups in America. Since women have gotten the right to get a divorce, the whole no fault thing, right? To get a divorce have went through the roof. Divorces went through the roof. I want you to look up these statistics. I want you to look up CDC. I want you to look blackdemographics.com. I want you to look up all these things. The sources. I want you to. I want you to look at the divorce rate. Over 50%. I want you to see who initiates the divorce. Now here's the trick. Here's the trick. No matter what you say, whatever the stat is, it's going to be the guy's fault for some reason. Right? Because, all right, divorce is about 70% the woman initiates the divorce, right? And I've already did the social experiment. But let's say if we flip it. If you told someone who did not know, if you told them, hey, well, 70% of the time, guys are the ones who initiate and file for a divorce first. They'll eat it up. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Guys are no good. They can't commit. They're just deadbeats. That's what they do. They just abandon their family. That's what they do. The guy's fault, right? Same stat, but it's flipped. Because it's actually 70% of the women initiating the divorce, 80% if they have a college degree. And again, to nobody's surprise, it's still the guy's fault. Well, what did he do? Women are not going to just leave their family. The foolish woman would tear down her house with her bare hands. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Oh, why are you talking about all this? Because we live in modernity. What else we're going to talk about? Are we back in biblical times? Can we do those things? We're in modernity, so we have to talk about it in modernity. In fact, we look at scriptures. All of them, including the New Testament, is at least 2,000 years old, and yet we go to it to see how is it relevant to us? How is it germane to our situation? So I don't want to hear that. Oh, why are you talking about this red pill, Andrew Tate, Kevin Samuel type stuff? First of all, red pill is descriptive. It is a data packet. It's not prescriptive. It's not to tell you what to do. It is to give you the information so that you do whatever it is you're going to do. So if I'm telling someone, hey, the weather is going to, where are you going? Oh, okay. The weather is going to be terrible out there. It's going to be torrential rains. Be careful. I didn't tell you what to do. I didn't tell you grab a raincoat. I didn't tell you to take an alternate route. I didn't tell you make sure you got good tread on your tires. I didn't tell you to, make sure you have something for a flat tire. I didn't tell you not to go. I just described what was going to happen. I gave a description, not a prescription. That's exactly what the red pill is. So I don't want to hear that either. So we got men out there who are ready to build a family, and they're trying to have a legacy. They want children, like arrows in a quiver. They got to get good soil for this. They need to get the right kind of woman to get the best outcome that they possibly can. That's why we got to talk about this stuff. That's why we have so much failure, because nobody wants to talk about it, because it hurts feelings, because it triggers people. And yet, we're going through it right now. People are looking right now. Some of you went through a divorce. Some of you going through it right now. Somebody is suffering right now, whether it be male or female. Somebody is suffering right now in a marriage because they don't have this information, because they don't want to talk about it. Oh, you want to talk about it after, when we want sympathy, but we don't want to talk about it during or before. And right now I'm focusing on men, because ladies, you say you want good men, right? So how about we talk to men and show them, look at the other lessons, show thyself a man, how we can be good men, productive, useful for the Most High, to be good fathers, to be good husbands. How about we show them that? Guess what one of the things is? How to pick a mate. Protect your seed. I don't want to hear it. It's got to start with a good foundation. Any carpenter will tell you, anyone, you build a house, starts with a strong foundation. And that foundation is not a wicked woman. And we're going to look at that. Isaiah chapter 3. That's the day. That's the day that we're living in. That's what's starting to happen right now. We're going to go to Isaiah chapter 3. Let's go to a couple of places, which is Isaiah 3. I'm going to start at 12 and then I'll jump around a little bit. Verse 12 says this. As for my people, children are their oppressors and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. Right. Children are their oppressors. And women rule over them. We are in a matriarchal society right now. I know they say patriarchy, but all the rules are in favor of women. I'll pose the question. What right do men have right now that women do not have? What can men do legally that women cannot do legally. Okay. How about family court? Most of the time, the children are awarded to whom? Most of the time, who is receiving child support? Most of the time, who is receiving alimony? We hear that women are most educated, make the same. We know the wage gap is a myth. We know that, considering all factors. Asking for raises, working longer hours, working the more dangerous jobs, STEM. So we know the wage gap. That's just a myth. See, you think I may be attacking the ladies, but I'm not. I know you think I may be, but I'm not. I actually feel pity. I do, because they fell for Hasatan's feminism. You fell for the enemy's feminism. Got you out of your spot, tricked you out of your spot, tricked you and promised you everything without a man. You get it from the government instead. Your authority, your protection, it comes from the government. They can call the police. If there's domestic disturbance, who's the most likely person to get in handcuffs? Who's the most likely person to get in handcuffs? Even if the guy is the one who called. Who's most likely? Patriarchy? I'm not making an ought claim, it's an is claim. It ought to be patriarchy, at least biblically. It's a patriarchal book, patriarchal rules. The guy is in charge. The guy is the head. Notice when a young lady vows a vow in the numbers. When a young lady vows a vow, her father's here, he can disavow or he can let it stand. Notice the same thing for a wife. She can vow a vow, tell her husband. If he hears it, if he agrees with it, he can let it stand or he can take it away. And if he changes his mind later, then the sin is on him. How come that's not the other way around? I'm sorry. The Bible is a patriarchal book. Sorry about that. I didn't write it. It's not the other way around. The jealousy test is the man, if he's jealous of his woman, if he feels like he did. But there's no jealousy test the other way. It's a patriarchal book. Sorry if you don't like it. I did not write it. I didn't write it. But we're going to keep going. It says, "And the children are their oppressors." I mean, do we not see unruly children today, disrespectful to their parents and stuff? Do they go their own way? They don't even honor the family name. They don't honor their father. Half the time they don't honor their mothers. But sometimes they venerate mom because mom can do no wrong. But like I said, I feel bad because our women, our sisters, particularly our sisters, they fell for it. See, they're the last one to get married because they fell for the feminism. They fell them for this whole moniker, don't want no man, don't need no man, I can do it all by myself. I'm strong, I'm independent. They are the poster childs for that. And they're the ones with the broken family. They go after the bag. They don't want the man in the family. They go after the bag. See, the difference between a traditional woman and a wicked woman is this. The wicked woman wants a wedding. The traditional woman wants a marriage. The wicked woman wants a man and a partner. The traditional woman wants a husband and a head. The wicked woman wants kids, wants children. The traditional woman wants a family. Are you starting to see the difference here? Gentlemen, that's what you have to be looking for. The biblical woman is that's what you want to work with. All the trauma, that's not gonna get it. That's not gonna cut it. You're not the therapist. But we're gonna keep going. Don't worry, we're gonna be biblical. Let me read 16 and 17. 16 says, moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, proud, puffed up, and walk with stretched forth necks, that's arrogance, and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, okay? Work, twerk, right? And making a tinkling with their feet, Okay. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. Okay. Our women are the ones with the weaves and the extension and the wigs and all of that. That's our women. And I feel bad. I'm gonna drop to 24. 24 says, and it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell that be stink, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. It's not gonna. This is why I say I feel bad. This is why I feel bad for my own sisters. This is why I feel bad. Because they fell for it. You go back to the 60s and the 70s. They promise you, all the handout, all the Section 8 and all this stuff. I seen the documentary. I seen it. It's social engineering, and it worked best on us. When boyfriend, husband, government come knocking and say, we'll give you these benefits. We'll give you the Medicare, Medicaid, Section 8, WIC, EBT. We'll give you all this over in the 60s and 70s, stuff like that, right? But ask the questions, well, the man can't be in the house. Can't have him with you. And what they chose? They chose all that instead of the husband. Now he's not in the house. Prior to the 60s, our people were married at 80%. It is completely flipped in 60 years. 80% not married. We were married before. Just go look it up. We were married. See, the difference is men adapt to the market. See, back then, men had to marry the woman, if he expected to get anything. But let's continue. We can go to Proverbs 5. So yeah, he had to marry the woman if he expected to be with a woman in any way. He had to make that commitment. Today, you don't have to make a commitment to be with a woman. Where did I lie? So they fell for it. 60s come around, government handouts, stuff like that. They wanted the money, the check go directly to them, go directly to the woman. Guys, the men had to be out of the picture. So they're out of the picture. Then you get 70s, sexual liberation, free love, all that. Now you can have the cow, you can have the milk, and you don't have to buy the cow. We can do whatever they want. They want to be freed from family, freed from having to cook and everything. You can do your own. Birth control. So now you get away from the biblical, the father finding a husband for you and vetting them for you to make sure that they can duplicate what they're doing or do better with the lead and provide and protecting. So the responsibility for the father and his daughter's chastity out the window. That's gone. Okay, so now it's all on a woman. It's her choice who she's going to lay with, right? She can insist that she married before she carried, but she doesn't. Okay, so you have what you have. You go get the government assistance. You don't need a guy. You need him just for the weekend or pay for dinner or something like that, right? You can go to school, get your education, get your own student loans. You got your own education, got your own house, got your own car, got your own. You can do whatever. You have the absolute most freedom that you've ever had in human history. Those for the naysayers. That's for the naysayers. Even if they say, "Oh well, it's not the same, not equal." I know this. Women are more free today than they have ever been in history. Ever. Oh, and by the way, the rights that you do have, how did you get them? Yeah, I know the march is not, but guess what? You can't enforce it. So if the men are giving you the rights, how bad can the men be? And enforcement. Oh, there's so many bad guys. And then guess who go get them? Good guys. Guess who keep bad men in check? Good men. Let's keep going. Proverbs chapter 5. Gentlemen, you have got to stay away from wicked women. Proverbs 5, we're going to read 3 through 8. 3. For the lips of a strange woman drop as a honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. But her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell. Lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life, her ways are movable, that thou cannot know them. Hear me now, therefore, O ye children, and depart not from the words of my mouth. Remove thy way far from her, and come not nigh the door of her house. A wicked woman, a wicked, strange woman. Don't do it. Don't do it, gentlemen. And sisters, don't do that. Don't be that. Heal from your trauma. Heal from the narratives. Even if something happened to you, you gotta heal from that. It's got to be the washing of the word, the Holy Spirit, and therapy. Got to heal from that. Proverbs 9. Proverbs 9. Let me go 13 through 18. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. She likes to fight. She likes to argue. She likes to That's why the Bible speaks of a man's peace. But a foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. She thinks she knows something. She says a whole lot. It's just a lot of nothing. The foolish woman. For she sitteth at the door of her house and on a seat in the high places of the city. She wants to be seen. She wants attention. She wants to be in everybody's business. To call passengers who go right on their way. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. And as for him that wanted understanding, she saith to him. Stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. So this is on the down low. But he knoweth not that the dead are there. She got a lot of bodies. And that her guests are in the depths of hell. She caught a lot of bodies, and a lot of people are going to hell because of her. The wicked, foolish woman. That's what we're dealing with here, brothers and sisters. This is what I'm telling you. So I'm not talking about the traditional sisters. You guys are fine. You're not this. But how many men's lives are ruined because they make the wrong decision? They make the terrible mistake of wifing up the wrong woman. And so, ladies, again, you want a good guy? Good. Go check out the two part. This is only one part for the women. Like two parts for the men. Good God, good God-fearing God leader, provider, protector, stuff like. Good guy. Those two. That's what that is. It's talking to the guys on how to be that. That's what it is. This one, how to pick the right one. Proverbs 6. Proverbs 6, 24. We're going to read 24 to 29 and jump to 32. 24 says, to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of her tongue of a strange woman, right? Evil, strange, it's okay. From the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman, lust not after her beauty in thine heart. Notice that they still look good. Did you notice they can still look good and still be evil? So brothers, I'm sorry. You better get yourself a righteous 6 than an evil 10. You better get you a righteous 6 than an evil 10. Let me keep going. 25. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with lids. Right? She's flirtatious. She's going to do it. 26. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread. She will take you for everything. And the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. It's going to be something to see when it's all over, when the divorce is final and it's all over with Will and Jada. And of course, we can go through all types of marriage examples. We can do the celebrity ones because we know them, because they're celebrities. We know them. But we can look at, brothers, you got to learn how to pick. Because you're talking about high profile women. Look, brothers, you and I, we're just regular folk, right? We're just regular. Just regular. But now imagine, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson couldn't keep that woman. He was divorced. He couldn't keep his longtime girl. Yeah. Tom Brady, nope, couldn't keep that. We see what happened to Johnny Depp. Yeah, that didn't work out so good. I already mentioned Will and Jada. No, that's not gonna. Jeff Bezos, started Amazon. Nope, did not work. You guys starting to understand? These absolute high-profile guys can't keep these women. They have way more than you and I in terms of material things, in terms of the accoutrement that comes along with status. They couldn't keep a woman. So how you pick? It's how you pick, brothers and sisters. Let's go to 39. We're at 6 and we're at 24, 25. We're at 26. 27. And can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? So he that goeth into his neighbor's wife, that's bad, whosoever toucheth her shall not be innocent. Do not, men, do not deal with a married woman. Do not deal with a married woman. Do not touch another man's wife. Like both Abimelechs didn't do it, but they almost got killed by God himself. Abraham's wife, Isaac's wife. Look at what happened to people committing adultery, stuff like that. You see what happens? It's not pretty. It's not good. Do not deal with another man's wife. I just want to be clear on that. Do not deal with another man's wife. Okay? I'm going to drop through 32. It says, whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding, and he that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. You're going to be in hot water. Do not do it. Proverbs 7. Proverbs 7. We're going to do start at verse 11. Proverbs 7, we're going to start at verse 11. She is loud and stubborn, and her feet abide not in her house. Okay, it's kind of like a Karen, right? Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. You know what they say contemporarily, she belongs to the streets, right? She's out on the streets. You cannot change them. You can't control. You see, gentlemen, do you see how your wife is representative of you and it reflects on you? If you with a woman and she is your wife and she's out in the streets like that, or she's dressed inappropriately, It reflects on you. That's your legacy. That could be the mother of your children. How does that look? But I know we live in modernity and, hey, you shouldn't judge somebody. Stop it. Yes, you're judged on how you look. Yes, you are. If I had on a fireman's uniform, I'm going to be thought of as a fireman. If I had military attire on, they're going to think I'm in the military. They just judge me. They looked at me. They saw how I looked. And they said, you must be in the military. No, I'm not. Don't judge me. Don't judge me on how I look. Stop it. It's utterly absurd. Stop it. We do judge. Yes, we do. Thou shalt not judge. Finish it. We should not judge unrighteously. (13) So she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. This day have I paid my vows. Therefore came I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee. Like, I come looking for you. Who are you? What's your name? Right? I have decked my bed. Oh, she got it ready. I have decked my bed with coverings and tapestry and carved works with fine linen of Egypt. So she got that house. She got the bedroom looking nice. She's ready to go. Okay. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh and aloes and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves. Let's get down, right? For the good man is not at home. Oh, she has a husband. He is gone a long journey. He's going to be away for a while. He's going to be gone. He has taken a bag of money with him and will come home at the day appointed. With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him. He goeth after her straightway, as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks, till the dark strike through his liver, as a bird hasten to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for his life. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth, and let not thy heart decline to her ways. Go not astray in her paths, for she has cast down many wounded. Yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. So I wanted to finish it because I know I was stopping so often. But this is trouble, gentlemen. This is a wicked woman. This is trouble. She has a man. But she's just trying to add you to the roster. Because to the wicked woman, men are utilities. What can she get out of them? This man I get with because he listens to me cry on his shoulder. I can just talk to him I can just talk all night. He's just some simp, right? He don't care. He's hoping he can get into the bed chamber with her perfume and myrrh and cinnamon, all that, if you will. Hoping he can do that. So he put up with that. This other one, she can ask for a couple of dollars. Another one is good to, he like to go out every now and again, spend money. They have this roster, this cafeteria plan. They have a guy for a different purpose. Or when one doesn't work, if one doesn't work out, she'll call someone off the bench. This is a wicked, wicked woman. See, I have to change it from back here over 2,000 years ago, and I have to bring it to present time. Nothing new under the sun. It's just a different time. Look at how we're talking about women who belong to the streets back in biblical days. And we're talking about women who belong to the streets today. If you want to have a family, if you want to have peace, these are the women to avoid, gentlemen. And women, if you want to have a provider, a protector, a leader, or something like this, this is the type of woman you should avoid becoming. Let's look at it. We continue. 14:1. 14:1. Proverbs 14:1. It says, every wise woman builded her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. We've already heard the saying that a man will sacrifice his happiness for his family, and a woman will sacrifice her family for her happiness. Every wise woman builded her house. This is her family. But the foolish pluck it down with her hands. She's emotional. She doesn't respect the leadership of her husband. She doesn't respect the authority. She's foolish. She's emotional. She worshiped the God of her emotions. That's what she's going to be loyal to, her emotions. This is a foolish woman. Now, we are going to go to the Apocrypha a little bit. Let's go to the Apocrypha. And I'm going to do this over here on my phone, if you will. And I'm going to go to Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 25. So let's look at that real quick. Sirach 25. And we're going to start at verse 1. And then we'll move around a little bit. In three things I was beautified and stood up beautiful both before God and men. The unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agree together. That's the beautiful thing, a man and a wife agreeing together. He said that he's beautified after that. Let's continue. We're going to go read 3 through 10 and then we'll jump to 16. 3 through 10. And if thou have gathered nothing in thy youth, how canst thou find anything in thy age? Oh, how comely a thing is judgment for gray hairs and for ancient men that know counsel, okay? With age comes wisdom, right? There you go. Oh, how comely is the wisdom of old men and understanding and counsel to men of honor, okay? Respect, wise men, right? Much experience is the crown of old men, right? They're smart, they have wisdom. And the fear of God is their glory. That's what makes them so special. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. And he starts. A man that has joy of his children, that's good. And he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy, that's a good thing. Well is him that dwelleth with a wife of understanding, hallelujah, and that has not slipped with his tongue, and that has not served a man more unworthily than himself. Yes, don't put himself under someone unworthy than himself. Well is him that has found prudence, and he that speaketh in the ears of them that will hear. Yes. Okay. And 10. Oh, how great is he that findeth wisdom, yet is there none above him that feareth the Lord. Okay, yeah. That's why you got wisdom, but hey, there's not. If you fear the Lord, respect, honor, reverence of the Lord. Now 16 to 26. Let's skip down. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. You see that? I'd rather dwell dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. 17. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face, and darkness darketh her countenance like sackcloth. That wickedness. That means, it's like beauty is only is on the surface or skin deep, right? But ugly is to the bone. I forget, you guys correct me in the comment section. I may have butchered the saying, but you guys get it, right? You notice how someone, like a woman, can be really, really, really beautiful, right? And then you wonder, like, wow, how is she single? How she don't have a husband? How she don't, or how she can't keep a husband, A woman who's probably been married 6, 7, 8 times. There's a common denominator there. Could be something deeper than her looks. 18. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. Yeah, when your woman embarrasses you. You think Will Smith has sighed bitterly? You think Tom Brady sighed bitterly? Make him look pretty bad, huh? No, that's not on him, but it does reflect on him. It's not his fault that he wanted to keep playing as long as he could, because we know physically you have an expiration date when it comes to professional sports. But it didn't look bad, right? I mean, he'll be okay, don't get me wrong. Now we hardly even talk about her. What do you think's gonna happen to Jada after that divorce? Probably won't even talk about her. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Like, some people think, oh, this is not fair, this is not right, this is too hard on women. But let's look at a couple things. When men are pretty wicked, most of the time, it's pretty out front. It's pretty straightforward. He's mad. He's going to get physical. He can manipulate and cheat. He can go and cheat, commit adultery, stuff like that. Okay. But sisters, they can abort, delete our children. Right? And the guy has no rights. His only rights is you stay right there, because if I decide, you need to pay. But if I don't decide, then, that's my choice. When our sisters are wicked, it sounds something like, you are not the father. Sounds something like that now, doesn't it? Or Kanye song, 18 years. And on an 18th birthday, you find out it wasn't his. That's the kind of wicked. It's a little different. See, that's the kind of wickedness. Guys can't do that. Yeah, I mean, they can get someone else pregnant. Yeah, I get that. But paternity fraud? Yeah, that's exclusively the wicked woman's. 20. As they climb it up a sandy way, is to the feet of the age. So is a wife full of words to quiet a man. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. Gentlemen, you better get nice, modest 5, 6, 7s, 8s. Don't go just for the booty, because eventually beauty fades. Sorry, it is what it is. Eventually the beauty fades. The hardware fades, gentlemen. The software, you can keep that. That can stay forever. If she's feminine, if she's submissive and cooperative, and she's a nurturer, she respects you, she can keep that regardless of what she looks like on the outside. That's possible to stay. If she's traditional and she's modest, she's God-fearing, all that, she can keep that. And if she's sincere about it, she probably will keep it. Right? But if we're talking, I'm not talking about someone who's faking it. I'm talking about someone who's really like that. Now, if she's faking it, she's wicked anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But I'm talking about a good woman. This is the best chance we got if we think we're going to have a family until we're in our old age, right? Now, verse 20, is it 25, 16 to 26? 21. No, 22. A woman, if she maintained her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. A wicked woman abated the courage, maketh a heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. A lot of times in marriage, the man dies first. most of the time. You know what? I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. You guys, you can make of that whatever you want. I'm gonna keep going. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. It started with Eve, right? So we can't really. I mean, there's some culpability right there, right? I mean, I'll keep going. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. Oh, no girl trips. We're not doing that. We're not doing the girl. Do with that what you will. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh. Cut her off from thy flesh. Give her a bill of divorce and let her go. Let's see. Now I'm going to go over to 1 Corinthians. Let's get back into the Bible. I'm going to go over to 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 6 and 16. Let's see this first. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 6 and 16. What? Know ye not that he which is joined to a harlot is one body? For two shall be one flesh. Guys, stay away from these wicked women. Stay away from them. Proverbs 21. Let's get our last couple out of here. Proverbs 21. We're going to go to Proverbs 21. We're going to move. Let's move through these real quick. Proverbs 21. We're going to read 9 and 1. Proverbs 21 and 9. It is better to dwell in a corner of a rude housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. You guys heard that before. Verse 1, Proverbs 21. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, and the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Okay, so let's look at 27. 27 and 15. 27:15. A continual dropping in a very rainy day and a contentious woman are alike. You see how bad it is with a contentious, clamorous, riotous, quarrelsome, wicked, strange woman. You see how bad it gets, gentlemen? You see how terrible it is? 25 verse 24. Said it again. It is better to dwell in the corner of a housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. Same thing. So bad it had to repeat it twice. So bad had to repeat it twice. Proverbs 30 and 20. 30 and 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wicked. Oh yeah. You think the wicked woman's going to take accountability? Not the wicked woman. She's going to do her dirt and she ain't going to take accountability for nothing. She will throw rocks and hide her hand. She will do that. She will find an excuse for what it is she had done before if she's caught dead to rights. She would justify her actions, her wicked actions, the wicked woman. She would totally justify it. She's going to do it, period. Such is the way of the adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her. She did her thing. She did it on the side. And you know why? Because if he'd been doing what he's supposed to do, then, maybe I wouldn't have to go somewhere else and another man do what he's supposed to be. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. We're going to go ahead, going over to Sirach 26. Let's go on over there. Sirach 26, we're going to start over in verse 1 for now. Okay, let's go to Sirach 26, and we're going to start at verse 1. Blessed is a man that has a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be doubled. Amen. A virtuous woman rejoices her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. 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 We already talked about the rooftop and all that. We already talked about that. A good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in portion of them that fear the Lord. Amen. Whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart towards the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance. And we're going to drop to 6. We're going to read 6 through 15 in Ecclesiasticus or Sirach. Okay, 26. But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman. The society taught you that. And the scourge of the tongue with communicated with all. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro, and he that has hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. You cannot control an evil woman. She's gonna get loose. She's gonna cut loose from you. She's gonna cut loose. Don't worry. And a drunken woman and a gatherer abroad causes great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. She's gonna get out there, hot girl trip, do what she want. Because her emotions is her God. See, it's a sad, sad thing what we go through. But you know what? I'm gonna keep reading. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly. So, gentlemen, this is how you do with your daughters. Lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty, too much freedom. Lest she mess up, make bad decisions. Fathers, be fathers to your daughters, because they will go astray. Remember, it is out of the man's hand, it's out of the father's hand. Your daughter's chastity and modernity is out of your hands, and so now it's her choice. What kind of decisions is she going to make? What kind of decision is her mother going to teach her? Will the mother teach her? Okay, we're talking about the difference between a traditional woman or a wicked woman. Which one of these women is going to teach her, hey, listen, you need to honor your father, of course, honor me as your mother and stuff like that. You need to listen to us, because what we do this to protect you. Okay? We want to protect you. What you deserve to be led properly. You deserve to be provided for. You deserve to be protected. Now what we're going to do, we're going to help you find a husband. In your peak to get the best guy you can get. Between 18 and 25. 18, 25, that's your prime. Get your husband. You want one family? That's when you're most fertile. You want to go to school? Oh, you can do that. But school doesn't close. You can go into debt in college at any point in your life you want to. When it comes to family and children, you're on the clock. Education, you're not really on the clock. Sure, a few people go when they're a little older, but they still go. You can go, you can still do that. But if you want that, if you want to set that foundation, because by 18, 25, that's when you want to set that foundation. Find that guy's a little older, a little more established, ready to go, basically what you need, or have a lot of potential. And you nurture that. You build him up. Because he's out there for your well-being. You submit yourself to your husband. And you have your family, and you guys make your plan together for life to build. Which woman is going to tell him that? The traditional woman or the wicked modern woman? Which one? What are they told today? Don't depend on a man. You don't need that. You got to go get your own, right? This is what they're told. You don't want a man, need a man. You can do it all by yourself, except they want a man when they want a man, when they settle down after the prime is over, after the wall for some reason. It's too late. But we'll keep it going. We'll keep going just so we can do our lesson. We'll keep it going. And 10, and if thy daughters be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty, too much freedom. Watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he had found a fountain, and drink of every water nearby. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. Quiver, it holds arrows, arrow. I'm sure you guys can get the visual. When a woman has too much liberty, when your daughter has too much liberty, when she grows, there's no overprotect. You're protecting them even from themselves, gentlemen. You're protecting your daughter. Leader, provider, protector. You're also protecting them from themselves. Why? Because when you look for a husband for your daughter, now I know we're in modernity and you probably won't even get the opportunity to do it unless, of course, you like stayed in the community or something, the Hebrew community. Got it. But I'm going to say it anyway. See, as men, when we look for a husband for our daughter, we check if we're doing our job, if we're leading, protecting, providing for our daughter, right? And now it's time to give her away to a husband. Guess what kind of guy we're looking for? A guy who lead, protects, provide. Guess what she's looking for without your guidance and out your influence? The vibe. She want to make sure it's giving something positive. She's checking for the bag. Look, I mean, what are we doing here? This is the power of having a strong father figure in the house. Gentlemen, stay in your daughter's life if it's not too late. I know in some of you guys it's too late. They're gone. I get it. But if it's not too late, stay in your daughter's life. Protect them. Let's keep going. The grace of a woman delighted her husband, yes, and her discretion will fatten his bones. Yeah, make him happy. People talk, man, you got a good one there, man. You got you one. You got a keeper. You got yourself a keeper right there. Right? A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. She understands. She gets it. This is a woman that gets it. 15, a shamefaced and a faithful woman is a double grace, and a continent mind cannot be valued. What does that say? We're going to drop down to 22. Let's go to 22. A harlot shall be accounted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. The modern woman don't understand her power and her role in there. She don't understand. She don't understand how important she is to the man. She don't know that she's the iPhone charger to his iPhone. She doesn't know that. The modern woman, she don't know that. She don't know how important she is. Because men, we wear down over time. We're supposed to work. We're supposed to provide. Guess what? We wear down because we work, right? Our wife is supposed to recharge us. But yet the modern woman, she has no freaking clue. No clue. Tower against death to her husband. 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. Pretty self-explanatory there. A dishonest woman contemneth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. An honest woman will show some respect to her husband. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. And finally, 26. A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all, but she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. You see what we got here, brothers and sisters? This is wicked women. So let me just simply say, first to the men. If you've seen the lesson of Show Thyself a Man, then you know you should fear the Lord and serve him first and foremost. In fact, if you do nothing else, serve Yah. Now, If you want to build a legacy, you want to build a family, you want progeny, you want your seed and all that, you need to protect your seed. This is mate selection. This lesson is about mate selection. This is not about, oh, put down. No. This is mate selection. The same way it is for women. Ladies, you can pick a good guy or you can pick a bad guy. Same thing for men. You can pick a traditional God-fearing woman or you can pick a modern wicked woman. It's up to you. That's what this is about. Protect your seed is about mate selection. This is how you pick a wife. That's what this is all about. So, I hope somebody's been edified in this lesson. But before we get out of here, I'm just going to go ahead and encourage you to like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And by all means, smash that notification bell because I do not want you to miss any of our lessons. And if you feel so inclined, if you feel like you've been edified by these lessons and care to donate, you can by simply checking the description box down below. So until next time, search the scriptures, improve all things. Shalom, Israel.